Weekly Outdoor Plus, a new and exciting outdoor show right here on Fox 55 WFXS, every Sunday from 10:30 to 11 a.m., presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, starring new owner Gary Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jace Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. Now sit back and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors.
This week, upon popular demand, we're bringing you a couple more of turkey hunts from Mike Mansell from last season, in hopes to cure a little bit of spring fever that we all have with this upcoming 2013 season right around the corner. We start today's show out with Mike Mansell and his friend Justin Klein. Hunting a longbeard right here in Portage County. Stay tuned, because later we'll have one more turkey hunt with Mike Mansell, and this time he's bringing along his dad.
Why does your phone work so good here and mine can't even find service?
That's because I went to Sopa Cellular in Plover, Wisconsin.
Sopa Cellular is conveniently located in the village, right next to Menards. Stop in and check out why they have the most affordable unlimited text and data smartphone plans. They offer LG, Samsung, HTC, Motorola, and many other top-quality Android market devices. Sopa Cellular has all your accessories for any style of phone, with hundreds to choose from, so they are sure to have the deal you're looking for. Make Sopa Cellular your Element Mobile headquarters and stop down to 1813 Park Avenue in Plover today.
Real deal mineral. Deer eat it gone. Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time, and I saw bucks on camera I never knew I had.
Real Deal Mineral.
Available here at Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, or realdealmineral.com.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud to be family owned and operated since the 1940s.
Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware has all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs.
Not only do we have a new one,
Where we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
so stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products.
But we have great service.
Welcome to Bucks and Bulls Archery. This week I'm going to talk a little bit about your sight picture. The sight picture is the pin movement you see, whether it's on a deer or a target or a techno hunt room or wherever you might be shooting. First of all, this is a sight. A lot of the sights have an up post like this, and when you're aiming at the dot or the deer or wherever you might be aiming, your pin should be floating around a little bit in the X-ring or on the deer somewhere. It doesn't have to sit really still. It's almost impossible to hold it still like this. It'll move around as you're aiming. But what you don't want your pin to come in the target or the bottom of the deer and come up like this. And while it's still moving, you pull your trigger and shoot. Your group is going to be like this, and you'll probably end up wounding a deer. You'll shoot low or high because you'll hit your trigger a little ahead of time anticipating it, or you'll be past your target and you'll punch your trigger up here. Or same thing from the side. A lot of people come in from the side. They'll come in, they'll get close, wham, they'll shoot there. They'll be coming in like this, and wham, they'll shoot there, and they wonder why you're shooting right and left all the time, and they're really not. It's just where the pin is when you shoot. You're hitting where you're aiming, but you're not aiming at the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to show you, just one thing here with bow stabilizers and weights that'll kind of, once you get your form down and you come into the target from the top, and this will slow it down so you can kind of just hold it here and move it around like that. It won't go like this or like that or like that. Okay. First thing we have here is this is pretty much just a basic bow hunting setup where if you can see, the front of the stabilizer has a slot groove on the weight, so you can move it in and out, up and down. It does a 360, however you want to do it. Depends on when you hold your bow out, you can slide that weight around to balance your bow. So if you can kind of open your hand and your bow will stay nice and straight like this, it won't go like that, it won't go like that, it'll stay nice and straight. Okay, and that will definitely help your sight picture go from jerky to kind of slow it right down in the center. And like I say, it works same on a deer, turkey, anything, not just a target. Okay, now this setup here would be a little bit more advanced bow hunter setup where you have a back weight. And this back weight is designed, it's got another 360 adjustment here where I can go in and out and up and down. And I adjust this weight according to my grip again. This one I got balanced really nice. This is a bow I use. Look, I can let go of that bow and sit still right in my hand. It won't move just by adjusting this weight up and down, in and out to make it balanced. So that makes my sight picture slow down real slow. I can aim with confidence. It's not jumping around, jerky. And I added a little weight to the bow too to make it a little bit more steady. And like I say, that's kind of a more advanced bow hunter setup, but all the target shooters that shoot all over the country for money use these back bars for a reason. And I don't really know why hunters don't. A lot of them don't, but it's just another advantage to holding steady and making a good shot. All right, now this bow is set up for competition. You probably wouldn't want to take this out in the woods with you. You'd probably get tangled up in a brush somewhere and you'd be in there for a couple days trying to get out. But anyway, now this kind of shows you why this little hunting stabilizer is to an advantage. When the target shooter that shoots for money, that shoots competitive, some people make a living shooting archery. Why do they use a big stabilizer like this? Because it really helps them hold steady on target. It slows down the target movement. You hold steadier with the weight out front. Here's the back bar. Look at the weights he has on there. And that's all about holding steady. It's a little bit to a big extreme here for target shooting for money. Bow hunting, you wouldn't need all this, but you definitely would help if you had something like I showed you on the previous bow. I'm going to go over a couple of the hunting stabilizers that I have here. First of all, we got a 10-inch camouflage stabilizer, and as you can see, the end has some rubber on it that helps dampen the shot after the shot. It really doesn't have anything to do with holding steady, but the weight on the end of the rubber piece here would help you hold steadier because your bow's heavier and just balance a little better. And they come in black, camouflage, pretty much any color you want. This is the one I was showing you earlier with the slide, where you can slide this weight at a 360 anywhere you want to balance your bow, and you kind of move it around as you're holding your bow. It's just so you don't get your bow to cant right and left and make you shoot right and left. Okay, this will be kind of the same stabilizer, heavy weight on the end, a little bit longer. I hunt with I think mine's 12 inches. A lot of people think that gets in the way when you're hunting, but it really doesn't, because your arrow sticks out there 30 inches anyway. If you draw back, it might stick out a little bit further in the arrow, but if it helps the shot, helps you hold steadier, it's a big advantage. Then we got like the carbon blade here. As you can see, it's real narrow, and you put it on a bow like this, so when it's a windy day, it doesn't push your bow back and forth on you. It just helps less wind drag. Again, we got the weight, the rubber on the end. Then probably the most popular hunting stabilizer is a little rubber one like this. A lot of people use because they're afraid to use the long one, but definitely the long one will help you out a little bit better. And anytime you add rubber on your bow, like all these things have some sort of rubber on them, it helps dampen the shot, quiets the shot down. It doesn't really have anything to do with holding steady. It just makes your bow a little bit quieter, a little less vibration. That's about it as far as hunting stabilizers. We can come on in here. We could level your bow for you, balance it out good, and we'll be right back.
Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is TJ and Sarah Klein from Frank's Hardware. It's that time of year again where we're running our Milwaukee special. Get a $100 trade-in on any qualifying tool.
So bring in your old tools, used and broken, and get $100 instantly when you buy a Milwaukee 18XC kit.
Your qualifying trade-in will save you $100 off any of the 40 different qualifying tools, including the new fuel system that's a brushless system with the XC battery.
So stop on down to Frank's Hardware before March 31st and get $100 off instantly when you purchase a brand new Milwaukee 18XC kit.
All the Milwaukee kits at least come with one M18 XC battery. So come on down to Frank's and check out your options today.
Why go anywhere else when Rookie Sports Pub in Stevens Point has 52 different beers on tap? Known as Portage County's best sports bar for live music and karaoke venue, they have 12 HD TVs, all sports, all the time. Keep up with their Facebook page for all upcoming live music and see who's going to be on the Point Brewery comedy stage next. No joke, they have comedy shows. Also, a local favorite for burgers, wings, and pizza, even free taps and rails on your birthday. Find them on Facebook and catch out the action at Rookie Sports Pub on 3425 Church Street in Stevens Point.
Welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jason here, going to give you guys your weekly tip. Last week we talked about all of your mental aspects of aiming, how to get over your fears and how to get stronger fears, how to, not block everything out that's surrounding you, beat your friends, everything, the whole 9 yards. This week I'm going to be talking to you guys about the past, how we went over all of our form, but all the form that I talked about was the perfect, correct way to do it. But if you look at every single archer, everybody does it a little bit different. Those are the guidelines, basically. So this week we're going to talk about how you can critique certain parts to make you hold and aim steadier. First off, I'm going to be talking about your grip. We talked about how you need to have it on the outside of your lifeline towards your thumb, and you need to have it more up and out than anything. When you're adjusting that, you can work on going a little bit farther in towards your thumb, a little bit farther out, and a little bit more going from horizontal to vertical, figuring out where it's going to be more comfortable for you. When I'm doing this, you should be doing it at like 5 yards, aiming at a target that's nice and close, so you're not looking at all your monster big movements. You want it to be your smaller movements. So when it's your smaller movements, you'll be able to see little bits up, little bits down, if you're shaking fast or shaking slow. And that's the shaking and everything. That's where my dad was talking about stabilizers earlier in the episode. And if you adjust those a little bit, you'll slow down your shaking, slow down your movement. And this here will hopefully help you stop moving. All right, so adjust your grip in and out just a little bit, critiquing it up and down, left and right, horizontally, figuring out where you will be perfect for yourself. Don't do this at 20 yards, do it at 5. Watch that target move and see where you're truly moving. Don't worry about if it's sitting in the middle, because it's not gonna. All right, next we're gonna talk about your front arm. That's a huge one. A lot of guys, like I taught you, should be barely bent, not as straight out as you can be, slight bend. I know a lot of guys that have been taught for a long time that shoot with a pretty solid bent arm here. That's one thing, start out pretty straight. Work on that. If it's not working out for you, that's your next thing you could try to adjust, all right? Bend it just a little tiny bit more. That's going to also mean draw length. You're going to have to shorten it up just a little bit, because otherwise if you shorten your front arm, you're going to be anchoring farther back, and you can't be doing that because you need your anchor point to always be the same. That's not going to help you hold steadier. It's going to be more consistent. It's going to help you hit where you are truly aiming instead of your pin was here and you hit there. That's not right, because your anchor point, not looking through your peep sight in the center, looking left and right. Those little things that are going to make you, not hit where you're aiming. So make sure you move your grip a little tiny bit up and down, left and right, horizontal, vertical, and just play with it little tiny bits at a time. Bend your arm a little bit more or a little bit less, and right there is basically the front of your shot. That's how you're going to hold steadier. Work on that. Another thing, adjust your poundage. All right, we talked about draw length for your arm. Adjust your poundage. A lot of guys think I'm a big, tough guy shooting 70 pounds. All you're going to do with that is miss faster. Not very cool, all right? You got to make sure that you're shooting the right poundage for yourself, all right? If you want to shoot fast, get a lighter arrow, all right? I shoot 60 pounds, and if I'm shooting competitively indoors, I shoot 56 pounds. Why at 56? I played with it. Like I'm saying, turn it down 2 turns, shoot. If your group gets tighter, it's probably because you're holding steadier, because you're more relaxed, you're more confident. If you're shooting 50 pounds and you turn it up a little bit, you might shoot better because you got more tension on your muscles and you're going to be able to hold steadier of where you're aiming, especially if you're outdoors in the wind. You don't want to be holding extremely light weights because that wind's going to be pushing you around a lot easier. All right, so little things to work on this week. Mess with your poundage, get it to where you hold the most steady. Then you're also going to be messing with your grip and your front arm, just little tiny bits at a time, one at a time, to figure out what's going to help you hold your best grip and your best arm. All right, when you do this, again, 10, 20 shots a day max. All right, go in your basement all by yourself, shoot 10 yards, get that little tiny bit exactly where you need it, pull through your shots, execute that shot, challenge your buddies, have fun. All right, next week I'm going to be talking to you guys all about walk back tuning. This is going to be how you get your arrow to shoot the absolute best that it can out of your setup with your weight, where your rest is and everything. Walk back tuning, in my opinion, is the biggest way to tune your bow. Way better than paper tuning. Paper tuning is a mild adjustment. Walk back tuning will tear that paper apart, all right? Tune in next week. We'll talk about walk back tuning. As always, have a good week.
This month is March Madness at Sopa Cellular, and they want to know what would you do with $5. Any non-Element Mobile customers can bring in their current plans and they will perform a free rate plan review, no purchase necessary. You come in with that plan, let them go over it with you, you walk out of here with a $5 bill. This month, they're offering 4 different Android smartphone handsets for only $29.99 with a qualifying plan. Stop on down to check out what they have to offer. And the Refer a Friend this month is going to be just like it was last month. Instead of getting $30 for each friend that you refer, you're going to get $50, $20 extra dollars, up to 3 different lines of friends per month, up to $150 credit. Same rules apply as the current Refer a Friend, only you get 30 instead of 50. All of these offers are good until March 31st, so stop on down to Sopa Cellular today. Our first couple pictures this week come from my good friend Brian Busha, who you might remember from our carp hunting episode earlier. Here he is with his first ever Wisconsin archery buck, and then he sent this turkey along with it. And then my wife Ashley snuck a picture of Jace while he was doing a little big game hunting out of season. And here's his good friend John Laidlaw with his Wisconsin bow buck from last year. And that looks like a good day on the ice. These pictures came from my good friend Matt Ozengay. Had a nice day on the ice, so he thought he might as well throw in this trail cam picture as well. Hopefully he can get on this guy next year. And there's Scott Stankowski and his son Austin and one of their good friends. Then we got Mike Mansell and his dad here with one of the birds they've gotten over the past few years. Don't forget to stay tuned to catch them again later. So stop on down to Sopa Cellular today and check out all their great deals, and stay tuned for more Weekly Outdoor Plus action.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time, and I had over 1,000 pictures on my trail cameras in less than a week.
Real Deal Mineral.
Available here at Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, or realdealmineral.com.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud to be family owned and operated since the 1940s. Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware is all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs.
Not only do we have a new one,
But we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
so stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products,
But we have great service.
Why go anywhere else when Rookie Sports Pub in Stevens Point has 52 different beers on tap? Known as Portage County's best sports bar for live music and karaoke venue, they have 12 HD TVs, all sports, all the time. Keep up with their Facebook page for all upcoming live music and see who's going to be on the Point Brewery comedy stage next. No joke, they have comedy shows. Also, a local favorite for burgers, wings, and pizza, even free taps and rails on your birthday. Find them on Facebook and catch out the action at Rookie Sports Pub on 3425 Church Street in Stevens Point.
Before experiencing it, you won't know dependability. Unless you've drawn it, you haven't felt smooth. Until you shoot it, you've yet to be this accurate. The Matthews Creed.
Available at Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And now, as promised, we end today's episode with another turkey hunt from last year's season. Mike's dad, Robert, has a history of getting a bird on opening day every year for the past 6 years. This is opening day of 2012 last year. Mike's out to help his dad hopefully continue that streak.
Still quite a ways away. See, I didn't see. I said I don't like to go to a spot when I don't see birds at night. We didn't see a bird here, but they were here always in the morning. Watch your left shoulder. I think he's gonna come out where it kind of opens up down there. He's coming fast now. Yeah.
again. Even when they're roosted. 600 yards in the woods.
You underestimate your calling ability, Michael. That bird was in the woods half a mile.
He was gonna wail on him. I should have let him do it. But
Oh, he's a nice bird, nice heavy bird. Well, another. That last little pull I gave on that decoy, though, that they come through that fence just like nobody's.
You heard me say when I saw him, right?
Yeah.
They were not far when I saw him. Probably 25 yards, 30 yards.
You must have saw him quite a ways in the woods, huh? I had no doubt in your calling ability, even if they were in there a half mile.
I knew that last time he got well, I didn't have to do anything else.
See, yesterday they were roosted like, they weren't in here 50 yards.
Now, was there just one yesterday or two?
I figured there was two. And then that other day when I was here, they might have been in a little bit deeper, but not much.
What do you got there for a bird?
Well, he's my traditional never have any spurs. I mean, he's got maybe 3/4 inch spurs. I never shoot a bird with much spurs, but he's a heavy bird. Probably 9-inch beard. But he goes, I bet you he goes 23.
Yeah.
Nice bird. You know, the only thing I thought that we had going for us is because I didn't hear no hens. I didn't see no hens with them last night. You know, there was no hens with them. I thought that's probably a card, man.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Don't forget to check us out online at facebook.com/weeklyoutdoorplus. See you next week.